morning to all. I am Crisanta Gabatin. Our report today is the overview of the skeleton. Skeletal system. The skeletal system is your body's framework. It consists of bones and connective tissue, including cartilage, tendons, and ligaments. Bones is a rigid body tissue consisting of cells embedded in an abundant hard intercellular materials. Ligaments are bands of tissue that help connect bones, joints, and hold them in place. Our goal in this topic is to describe organs of the skeletal system, list primary function of the skeletal system, and outline the organization of the skeletal system. And our material is the human skeleton model or the drawing. In human skeleton, we have 206 bones, and there are 4 types of bone in the human body. And these are the long bones, short bones, flat bones, and irregular bones. The long bones are longer than wide. Long bones include bones of the thigh, leg, arm, and forearm. The second is short bones, long as wide, almost cuboidal. Short bones include the carpal bones of the hands that allow movement of the wrist and the tarsal bones of the feet that allow movement of the ankle. And next is the flat bones, are sheet-like curve rather than absolutely flat. Flat bones are the occipital, parietal, frontal, nasal, lacrimal, vomer, the hip bone, sternum, ribs, and the scapula. And the last is the irregular bones. Irregular bones vary in shape and structure and therefore do not fit into any other category, the flat, short, long, or sesamoid.
Cross structure, long bones. Ligaments, fibrous strap that hold the bones together. Peristeum, cover the shaft and heads of long bones. Articular cartilage, smooth cuff of hyaline cartilage where bones articulate with another bone. Diaphysis, central shaft of long bones. Epiphysis, head of long bones, distal and proximal. Medullary cavity, space in the center of the diaphysis containing yellow bone marrow. Endosteum, line the medullary cavity. Cancellous bone, inside the epiphysis containing red bone marrow.
Axial skeleton. The 80 bones of the axial skeleton form the vertical axis of the body. They include the bones of the head, vertebral column, ribs, and breastbone or sternum. Appendicular skeleton. The appendicular skeleton consists of 26 bones, including the shoulder girdle, arm, hand, pelvic girdle, leg, and foot. Extra bones. Sesamoid and wormian bones. Sesamoid bone is a bone found in tendon. Sesamoid located in the ball of the foot beneath the big toe joint. Wormian bones found between the cranial suture of the bones of the skull vault, most commonly in relation to the lambdoid suture.
Bone markings and features. Process. It is a raised area or projection. Condyle. It is a rounded bump. Fits into fossa on another bone, forming a joint. Epicondyle. It is a bump near a condyle, often gives the appearance of a bump on a bump. It is for muscle attachment. Fissure. Long, crack-like hole for blood vessels and nerves. Foramen or foramina. Round hole for vessels and nerves. Fossa or fossae. It is a depression, often receives an articulating bone. Sinus. It is a cavity within a bone. Meatus. It is a tube-like opening or a channel. Crest. It is a moderately raised ridge. It generally a site for muscle attachment. Line is similar to a crest but not raised as much. Spine. It is similar to a crest but raised more. It is a sharp, pointed process, and it is for a muscle attachment. Sulcus or sulci. It is a groove or elongated depression. Tubercle. It is a smaller version of a tuberosity. Trochanter. is a large bump for muscle attachment. Also, it is a larger than tubercle or tuberosity. Tuberosity is an oblong, raised bump usually for a muscle attachment.
Good morning, everyone. I am Christina De Felix. I will discuss the questions in overview of the skeleton. Number 1. The inner lining of the medullary cavity is. The answer is B, called the endosteum. Number 2. Which of these tissue is present in a typical long bone? The answer is F, all of the above. Number 3. In coloring figure of the long bone, the epiphyseal plate is shown. What is the reason for its presence? The answer is B. It is an area of growth between the epiphysis and diaphysis during bone development. Number 4. The human skeleton function to. The answer is F, all of the above. Number 5. Your physician has just informed you that you have 32 bones in your skull. This means the answer is C. You have some sutural bones in your skull. Number 6. The same physician tells you that all of your knee ligaments have been severed. This means that the answer is A. Your leg bones are not being held together very well. Next, the fill in the blank. Number 1. Tiny round bones found in a tendon are often called blank bone. The answer is sesamoid. Number 2. The fibrous covering of a long bone called blank. The answer is perosteum. Number 3. A sharp portion of a long bone is termed the blank of the bone. The answer is diaphysis. And number 4. The head region on the end of a long bone shaft is the blank epiphysis. Number 5. The blank on the outside of a long bone is made of hyaline cartilage. The answer is articular cartilage. And number 6, yellow bone marrow is made of blank tissue. The answer is adipose cartilage. And number 7, a bone that is along as it wide, classified as a blank bone. The answer is short bone. And number 8, we classified according to shape. The pelvic bone is considered to be blank. The answer is flat. And number 9, a human skeleton that is taken apart is called an blank skeleton. The answer is disarticulated skeleton. And number 10, there are blank bone in a standard human skeleton. The answer is 206. Number 11. The bones of the upper and lower extremities make up the blank skeleton. The answer is appendicular skeleton. And number 12, the red bone marrow is associated with blank bone tissue. The answer is spongy myeloid bone tissue. Number 13, the cartilage articulates with another bone or bone process. The answer is articular cartilage. And number 14, when classified according to shape, the femur is unblank bone. The answer is long bone. And number 15, the blank is the central space of a long bone. The answer is medullary cavity. Next, the skeletal plan. The arrangement of axial skeleton and appendicular is formed the top two bottom parts, and let us begin. Axial bones. Number 1, occipital down to mandible, hyoid, sternum, rib, second thoracic, vertebra, and sacrum. Appendicular bones. Number 1, scapula down to humerus, radius, pelvic coxal, femur, patella, tibia, and fifth metatarsals.